Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be doing a breakdown and reaction to Dax's Jay-Z Blueprint 2 remix. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off with a little bit of a flex, doing one-arm push-ups.
Yeah, knew I was coming, I told them I was a soldier. Doubled the work when they minimized the exposure. Called my mama and told her I'm taking over. She started gassing me up just like a General Motor.
Okay, so we got a couple of good bars here. So, for example, where is it? Come on, get it.
Yeah, knew I was coming, I told them I was a soldier. Doubled the work when they minimized the exposure.
So, double the work when they minimize the exposure. Obviously, when you're getting less exposure, you want to put in more work so that you can be seen more often.
Called my mama and told her I'm taking over. She started gassing me up just like a General Motor.
That was another one, gassing me up like a General Motor. General Motors used to, at one point, was probably the biggest thing in the automobile industry. So, gassing me up just like a General Motor, because you got to put gas in your vehicle, your automobile. And yeah, there we go.
Told me that I would pop, kinda some soda. Gas was half empty and now the cup.
Told me I would pop like some soda, kinda some soda. Uh, and obviously there's a double there, one that I'm not getting, but soda can pop if you shake it. So yeah, and another name for soda is soda pop.
Glass was half empty and now the cup running over. Had to go to the doctor, told him to give me pills for the pain I knew I would feel when I had the game on my shoulders. Started petting the pad.
Basically saying I knew I was gonna take over one day. I knew I was gonna have the game on my shoulders. So I went to the doctor and got some prescription pills for how much pain I knew I was gonna be in. Okay, nice flex.
I had the game on my shoulders, started petting the pad. I was 22 years of age. Had to make up some time cause I knew that I started late. Obsessive compulsive with it while studying all the.
Yeah, he's 22 years of age to get into a game like the rap game is pretty late. A lot of people start when they're teenagers and don't actually start releasing music until they're like 18, 19, 20. Um, but to just start completely at 22 years of age, yeah, that's a late start, 100%.
Obsessive compulsive with it while studying all the greats. I added my own chapter, this remix another page. Now I'm selling out these shows, I can hear them screaming my name. Out the booth to the stage and then back in the booth again. Making music, you're feeling your soul and that makes your brain connect on a deeper level while pushing you to be great. Who do I?
Yep. So Dax does have a habit of making music that can make you feel an emotion. If you don't believe me, go and watch. And his music is more than just emotion feeling music. It's also thought provoking music. Like, look at God's Eyes or Book of Revelations. And on top of that, if you want emotional tracks, go look at Catch the Rain or, uh, what's it called? To Be a Man. Go look at stuff like that, or even Dear Alcohol. Dear Alcohol, I think, kind of falls into both categories, if I'm being honest.
On a deeper level while pushing you to be great. Who do I idolize? Yeah, the one and only God. Looking back, I'm thankful mama used to beat me with that rod. Wasn't always just.
Basically, he's saying, hey, I believe in God, and I believe that, I believe in the saying, fuck, how does the saying go? It's, spare the rod or whatever. I don't know. It's basically just saying, hey, beat your kids. They'll learn. Which I don't agree with, but I'm not here to start a political debate. I'm here to react to some music.
I'm thankful mama used to beat me with that rod. Wasn't always justified, but see, life was real hard as a woman with three.
See, he even says in the song, it's not always justified. But life was real hard. She was a woman with 3 kids working 3 jobs. So stress happens, and unfortunately, some parents will take that stress out on their children.
But see, life was real hard as a woman with 3 kids, working like 3 jobs. Thinking back, I was troubled and lost while in my youth, asking the wrong questions, reading the wrong truth, fighting to appease an ego, stealing to pay for hoop, while chasing these stupid bitches to eat the forbidden fruit. Went to church, got baptized, boat I was in.
He's basically saying, I was doing all the wrong things when I was younger. And then I found God. And for some people, that is a way out when you're trapped in the life of doing nothing but wrong. Go to church. I'm not saying that works for everybody. I'm not recommending that to anybody, but I am saying that for some people, that is what they do, and that is what works for them. And what Dax is saying here is that that's what he did, and it worked for him.
Went to church, got baptized, boat I was in, capsized, overtime in the gym. In the year I became that guy. Hoop, I did it religiously, pray I did that consistently, mixing the two together, then altered my inner chemistry. 25 points a game, kept unloading the clip, caught them Ravens University.
Basically saying, hey, I would put 25 points up in a game, I was such a good shooter. And he doubled that bar by saying kept unloading the clip, like the clip of a magazine when you're shooting a gun. Or, and some people call them clips, although that's not the proper term, it is magazine. Thank you, Penguin Zero. But yeah, he's basically doubling the I'm good at shooting bar by I'm good with guns and I'm good with the basketball. 25 points in a game, you got to be pretty good to put up 25 points in a game as an amateur too.
Points a game, kept unloading the clip, caught them Ravens University, coach said I was him, then lied to my fucking face and tried sabotaging my shit, so I packed up my fucking bags and went got my own scholarship. That's a fact.
Basically saying, hey, this guy was to my face, he was telling me I was everything, but behind my back he was a snake. So I went and did it on my own.
That's a fact. I had to get it out the mud. Undersized, no looks, no help, no love. Pass up living life, the parties, drinking, smoking, doing drugs, and popping bottles, getting litty with these niggas in the club. To understand the man.
He's basically saying, once I found God and I started working on doing what I need to do to chase my dreams, I missed out on a lot of the fun shit, but I probably missed out on it for a good reason. Look at where I am now.
Getting litty with these niggas in the club. To understand the man I am, you must know who I was and how every yell doubled up and transformed itself to a dub. Through my work, consistency, repetition, and love mixed with the pain that inspired the anger to rise above. You gon' remember me. Yeah, that's my promise. I'm here and I'ma leave a legacy. There's no containing my grind or my fucking energy. I put my heart and my soul inside of these melodies. I'm sparking minds with my fire and my intensity. If you think I'm gonna stop, you must be smoking methamphetamine.
Okay, I like this little pocket that he's in. It's really nice, and he's basically saying, I'm the man. I'm going to do all of these things that I'm planning to do, and you cannot stop me. And if you think you can, you must be high.
You must be smoking methamphetamine. I never get tired, there's no catch me. This right here is my destiny. Better pray for my enemies, cause they can't match my pedigree. And that's a fact. And yeah, I'm probably a narcissist. How the fuck y'all think I always drop the hardest shit? I focus on myself, and if you ain't a part of it, you dead to me. And
okay, so I'm probably a narcissist. How do you think I drop the hardest shit? Because I focus on myself. What does a narcissist do? They focus solely on them. So, he's saying, yeah, I might be a narcissist, but that's how I got to where I am today, is focusing on me. I've focused on my needs, my wants, my dreams, my goals, and look at me now. I'm actually succeeding, whereas other people would fail without doing the same.
Rest in piss with all the other caucuses. In 4 years, I had to go to 3 different colleges. That's the result of believing in empty promises. Swallow.
That that hurts to hear. Like 4 years, 3 different colleges. That means you one less year, and you would have gone to a different college every single year. Oh, that's tough to hear too. And it's because, and he's saying right here, it's because I was believing in empty promises.
Even in empty promises. Swallowed my pride and secreted in my esophagus. But now I'm sick with it, so fuck it, I'm about to vomit it. I'm out of reach, I set the bar too high.
Okay, he's saying, hey, I swallowed my pride, but now I'm sick with my pride. I'm about to vomit it all over this beat. And you can kind of hear it, but I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like, sometimes it's good to be prideful. As long as you can back up what you're saying, talk that shit.
Vomit it out. I'm out of reach, I set the bar too high. Fuck you for saying and thinking I couldn't fly. I gave my heart to the game, and the day I had to katana, I was in a state of delusion and actually started to cry. Fell to my knees, was disgusted, and looked up right to the sky. Thought God, I'm getting revenge, then waited for a reply. And as the tears filled up, it started leaving my eyes. I said, it's fuck these pussies until the day that I die. The fuck you thought was gonna happen? I took that energy, put it into the rapping. Hopped in my bag and let go of all of the baggage. I took my thoughts and converted them into action.
Okay, now Dax is starting to talk to the people who doubted him, the people who have hated on him, the people who have done nothing but talk shit on this man's name. And he's basically saying, fuck all of you. Look at me. Despite you, I made it here. Now suck my dick and get out of my way. That's basically what he's saying.
I took my thoughts and converted them into action. Then in the midst of the pain, I sink into madness. Started thinking and crafting, devising a plan to attack and burn them, turn them to ashes and harbor. And turned myself into a savage. Became one of the hardest to walk on the planet. And now you gotta watch. That's how this story goes. That's how this chapter writes. That's how my pen flows. That's how my words flip, hit, click, boom. They blow a gap in the matrix and leave a gaping hole. For everybody who doubted me and has told me no, who couldn't measure the passion I had inside my soul. Every seed that I planted and that I ever sowed. For every rep that I did and all the sweat I poured. Overnight as a janitor, back when I was broke. To back in Canada.
Okay, we're going back to his janitor bars. I mean, at least it's not every fucking song anymore. Like, at one point that was something he brought up every single fucking song. I was a janitor, I was a janitor, I was a janitor. And in this one, I could see it being justified. He hasn't said it. One, he hasn't said anything about being a janitor in forever. And two, he's basically he's again saying I came up from nothing, and that seems to be the theme of this song. So it actually fits. So while yes, I am kind of upset that he brought back the janitor bars. I can understand why he brought back the janitor bars, and that deals with how upset I am and takes it away.
The back when I was broke, the back in Canada, walking out in the freezing cold. The welfare, it happened to wear the same clothes. And all the bitches who cheated and never did me wrong. For everybody who laughed and said that I was a joke. I hope you feel every word I say and I ever spoke. Then have to swallow your pride and in the process choke. Trying to stomach the fact that I said I told you so. Ah!
And you see right here, he's basically just said exactly what I said he was saying. To everyone who doubted me, to everyone who hated, to everyone who never believed, I told you so. And also, you see here on the screen, Dear Alcohol, one of the songs I mentioned. And it is a very, in my opinion, both thought-provoking song and an emotional track. So, yeah. Props to Dex. I love this song. It will be going on my playlist. And yeah. That's all I got for you guys.